How's it going, dudes? So you're being harassed by Slappy the Dummy's undead cousin and want to find a way to somehow monetize that. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. Someone has already beaten you to market. Video Grin and Barrett, owner of one of the most terrifying box designs in the board gaming genre. Holy cow. You know, when they say good marketing appeals to an emotion, I don't believe they were thinking primal fear. Video Grin and Barrett is the 1993 VHS board game that is routinely brought up in conversations around the strangest board games ever published. And considering the VHS genre contains such hits as a 2-hour-long bird-watching title and a, quote, rap rat, you really have to be quite special to stand out in this conference. Stand out it does, though, as there is nothing quite like it anywhere else, and you're about to find out why as I subject you to everything Hysterical Eddie here has on offer. There's no time like the present to cause widespread mental damage, and no better way to do it than to have you sit right there, grin, and bear it. The way we'll go through this game is by hitting the major points of the VHS tape while I add any rules or background info as needed. That way you'll have all the necessary information while still getting the full Eddie experience. If you'd like to see the raw, uncut game tape after, I have linked that below, but please bear in mind that this is an adults-only game and there is a reason that it was age-restricted not by YouTube, but by the guy that uploaded it. After popping the tape in, we are greeted by a rules explanation from a right fine chap who's going to ease us into what I can only imagine is a fun and not at all harrowing start to the game.
Welcome to the Video Grin and Barrett Laughter Show. Your host for tonight's performance is Mr. Rubbery himself, Hysterical Eddie.
Yes. The lack of background music really immerses me in the feeling of being trapped in an underground bunker. Knowing how vital first impressions are for setting the mood, Video Grin and Barrett decides to catch its audience's attention by playing a 3.5-minute rules explanation that consists of nothing but white text on a black background with no music. No jokes from the narrator, no added quips in the copy, just 3 minutes and 30 seconds of slow scrolling text. What a thrill! There's absolutely not 3.5 minutes of rules in here either. I can explain this whole deal in less than 20 seconds. Gather 6 objects from around your house and label them 1 to 6. Each turn, one player will be the judge and one player will be the actor. Eddie will tell the actor to roll the die and then act something out using the object whose number he rolled. While the actor is acting, the judge watches the other players to make sure they don't smile or laugh. If they do, they lose one of their 6 laughter tokens, and if someone loses all 6, they are out. Last player standing wins. Well, that was monumentally difficult, but with all of the time that we saved, we can now afford to spend even more of it with Mr. Eddie. Speaking of, I think it's about time that we get to meet our host for the evening, face to face.
Very shortly, you will meet your host, Hysterical Eddie. Oh God. Players are warned that they should at no time laugh, smirk, or enjoy the odd guffaw. This is due to the following. A, Eddie doesn't like it, and B, Eddie is a bit mental. In fact, players are advised to run away. Now, go on, get out of the house now and save yourselves before Eddie...
Here's Eddie! Right, which one of you bastards smiled? Was it you? Or was it you? 'Cause I don't like anyone or anything looking happy! Especially dolphins. Smiley bastards! I won't put up with them.
Ho, ho, ho! Hello, Eddie. And what would you like for Christmas?
Oh, I'd like a very big gun, please, Santa.
Oh, well, here we go. Here we go. Ho, 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 and
Merry bastard!
Santa's been shot by a weird puppet man, and now Christmas is cancelled forever. We have now known this man for about 1 minute, and he has already beaten a dolphin with a club and shot Father Christmas. Now, that's how you make a first impression. Let's not judge his actions too quickly, though. After all, we did just meet the guy, so give him a chance to explain himself. Maybe he had a good reason.
He laughed. You see what I mean? So if anyone laughs, they lose a laughter token. And if you don't stop, you lose all your teeth. Wanna know why? Before you begin, it's a sin to grin.
Alrighty, you go ahead and tell him to knock that off, and I'm gonna go finish pinning my last will and testament. Okay, what the ever-loving crap is going on here? Well, Video Grin and Barrett is a collaboration project between two main groups, both situated in England. Yes, this is the fault of the British, and that is very unfortunate. They really could not afford another hit to their reputation. The brunt of the game came from the designers, Bizarre Games, who just 1 year prior released another party game for adults, Pig Out, which appears to be another standard watch your friends do embarrassing things game. However, in order to get Eddie here up and running, they needed a little bit of help, and so they enlisted the services of British satire comedy puppet show Spitting Image to handle the design and animations on all of the puppets, resulting in the absolute nightmare laid before you. This is a relatively large collab, as Spitting Image was a pretty big success, going for 18 seasons during its original run and recently returning in YouTube form to get in on all the recent craziness. Brave play, considering satire channels have been struggling recently, what with all of their articles continuing to actually happen. So with these two now working together, they crafted this monstrosity and released him out into the world like a brand new plague. And since I have already infected you, we might as well continue watching to see if we can learn a little bit more about him.
Oh, and one more thing you should know about me. During the game, I'll talk to you in different voices. I might talk like this, or I might talk like this. But I'm not a schizophrenic, and neither am I.
Well, that just about confirms it. Ladies and gentlemen, big news! We have finally found the author of Hybrid! We are nearly 6 gosh dang minutes into this tape and still haven't even started. But thankfully, Eddie has heard my plight and decided that, maybe it is time to finally start playing that game that he paid for.
Right. You in position, Judge? Then I'll begin with a test to see what you're made of. Without any laughing, I want all the players to stand up. Come on, stand up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And hold hands. I mean each other's hands, idiot. Now, everybody raise one leg in the air. Higher. Now the other leg. What the hell do you think you're doing? You disobeyed me, and that makes me very angry. You don't stand a chance.
So now we've reached the actual game. If you laughed, grinned, or even smirked during that fiasco, you lose one of your 6 tokens. So keep track, because you really don't want to find out what Eddie's gonna do to you if you lose all 6. That was a special intro round, and now it is time to start the game proper. Judge duties pass to the next player, and player 1 now rolls the die to see which prop he will be using this round. Eddie then gives his command.
Okay. Now, spank it! Ah! 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 Well, Judge, anybody going into my smile file?
I managed to get my hands on an unredacted version. How many times are you people in here? We have now reached the main gameplay. A player comes up, rolls die for prop, and then does something with that prop while sound effects play in the background. You laugh, you lose. The commands all start off pretty simple. Ride the prop, shout at it, massage it while this music plays in the background, all your standard events, while Eddie continues to do strange stuff between the sets. Stop doing that! These scenes are then followed by Snog the prop, engage in kung fu against the prop, a quick break to watch Eddie make out with a toilet.
free, Adeline.
Ugh, that's disgusting. Ugh, horrible.
Pretend to be a dog and pee on someone with provided sound effects, and an everyone challenge to make a human club sandwich to mark us being a quarter of the way through. I will say that it is very unlikely that I will ever be able to win this game, because every once in a while Eddie will say to roll the dice, and then a huge die will roll across the table while he looks confused. This gets me every single time, so yeah, I have no chance. After more nightmare fuel, we add a bit onto the Hysterical Eddie lore as we get to meet his pet.
I swear it. The next grinning face I see. Why, look who's here. It's my Cheshire cat, Sour Puss. And Sour Puss loves to grin, don't you? Well, I've got a big surprise for you. Yes, that's right, all your favorites. And do you know what the big surprise is?
I've thrown away the can opener! Serves you right for grinning!
In our next group of events, we have play the guitar with a prop, play the drums with a prop, choose a partner and perform a ballet with the prop, and whatever this is.
You know those tight-trousered wankers strutting their stuff on the holiday dance floors? Well, that's you, that is. So dance crap with your prop, starting now.
Along the way, Sourpuss gets to make another appearance.
By the way, I lied to you before. The tin opener's outside on the pavement. Yes, it is. And you can get to the pavement by using the new cat flap I had fitted just for you. Go on, go on. Oh, dear. I forgot to tell him we live on the 15th floor.
And then we get another direct challenge where everyone is involved.
I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. Now, don't laugh. He's a very shy guy. So, Judge, keep an eye. Come on. Up you come. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on. That's it.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, looks like I don't have the meter set on the right value. Can I just fix that real quick? Much better. Big ol' Schmeat right on up on the screen, bouncing it around, giving it some hugs, and then it just gets up and walks away. Bye! We're not surviving this. We're not even halfway through it! Eddie's next commands include dancing 70s with a prop, doing the can-can with a partner, do some dirty dancing with a prop, and star in a workout video with a prop?
Work out. Work out. Work out. Work out.
Come on, everybody, go for the bird. All right, all right.
You can do it now. Come on, give it to me. You can do it.
Come on, guys. All right.
We also get more lore as Eddie tells Sourpuss to go find a policeman so that he can be taken to a new cat home.
What are you doing back here?
Didn't you find a policeman to take you away? Well, let's see him then.
Oh my God! It's the laughing policeman!
Stop! While this absolute creature continues to be a blight on the radiating shine that is humanity, I do need to give credit to the Spitting Image team where it is due. The puppet work on Eddie has been nothing short of phenomenal. His facial expressions match up perfectly with his vocal tone, his eyes convey tons of emotion when he's not speaking, all of his movements are smooth and fluid. They did an incredible job of bringing this freak to life. He really is a great piece to look at, which is a shame because I don't want to look at him at all. Before we hit the halfway point, we get another direct challenge, and this is where the game starts to move away from that relatable target party game scene and begins embracing its inner diplomat sales co. You know, if the giant dong from earlier didn't give that away. The oldest player needs to drop their trousers and show everyone their pants, which could be more punishment for the audience than anyone else, and then this happens.
Well, there we must leave Grin and Bear It and take a short break from Eddie. This is because players are beginning to suffer a dangerously high level of embarrassment, shared only by people who drive Austin Allegros. Please remain where you are and relax with our brief interlude. This is the country home of the tranquil splendor that is Mother Nature. It is here in these splendid vistas that the good Earth's creatures happily gambol and frolic in peace and harmony. Ho-ho, like our old chum the lark, whose cheery chuckle says he's as happy as a lark. Yes, definitely a happy place, full of carefree butterflies and, yes, listen, the jolly kookaburra who's always laughing. There's something wrong here. It's never like this.
I'm back!
Sorry, that's a core memory now. Whenever you hear the name Eddie, you are legally required to think of this face. Hee-haw. We've now hit the back half of the tape, and Eddie introduces a new game. Player Prop. Pick a player to use as your prop, and let me check the instructions on this one. Give birth.
You're going to have to push a lot harder than that. It looks like a really big baby!
You know, I'm getting a worse and worse feeling with every round, like I'm about to get utterly blindsided by something. Are we about to get a British guy doing a bad Japanese accent?
Have you got your plot ready? Good.
Called it! Sourpuss decides to make some origami for Eddie to celebrate the occasion. That goes about as well as you would expect. And the Japanese are so fed up with this nonsense that they kill off the VHS entirely a few years later. Unfortunately, we are still stuck here as Eddie commands you to perform a sex change operation on another player, backs that up with a trip to the rodeo with a prop, and then, good lord, Eddie, what is that?
You see what happens when you commit that certain sin? You get punished!
Isn't that right, Judge?
Now it's time for a direct challenge. When you guffaw, you break the law, and my fan gets switched to Turbo Cold! Remember, no laughing. Y'all watch the cat while the judge watches y'all!
Hi, here at KamSandwich YouTube, we do our best to uphold both the moral and ethical fibers that make our country great. That is why I am excited to announce that after hundreds of millions of dollars spent in political lobbying, it is now 100% legal within the USA's borders to beat this man to death with hammers. What else do we got? Pick another player and frisk them like airport security, ventriloquism with a prop, oddly meta, resuscitate one of the props, and whatever the heck dog trainer means.
Welcome to Crufts, where the next category is the bloody weird-looking dog category. And here comes the trainer with his bloody weird-looking dog for the obedience test. The trainer shouts, "Sit." Oh, and well done, it hasn't moved an inch. So, you thought it was funny, eh? Well, if any of you fuckwits are still with me, you're 3/4 of the way through! Not bad, but the worst is yet to come! Any of you scrouts got a birthday today? Oh. 'Cause it's direct challenge time! And the challenge is for all of you. Remember, Judge, take no prisoners. You sit perfectly still while I sing Happy Birthday out of my
Great, thanks for that, Eddie. What do you got for us next?
Okay, perverts! You asked for it! This is the last chance to wipe that smile off your face! It's time to get rude and nude!
Yeah, I figured as much. What?
Pick that player prop! Go for a player that's well endowed, because the thing you have to do to that player prop is strip them bare!
Excuse me, Eddie?
Go on.
No, hold on. You cannot just drop strip someone nude into the game randomly. You have to have a very specific crowd in order to do that, and most importantly, they need to know that might happen. The thing is, once this challenge is over, they don't tell you to put the clothes back on them either. So that player is just gonna be naked and cold for the rest of the night. Congrats, buddy. Having fun yet? You know what? Maybe this was all just an elaborate trick. Eddie's always pulling little jokes on us to try and trip us up, so let's see what he has to say about it once the music stops. The rest of the challenges all take this similar style of raunch, bondage, domination, foreplay, put your butt up against the TV screen, standard picnic in the park activities. In fact, all of the rest of the challenges revolve around some sort of naughty act with the props. Gone are the days where you'll need to get creative with your acts to make someone laugh. Now it's just, alright Walter, go ahead and bang the box again. There's no suspense as to what might come next anymore because all of the challenges are pretty much the same, and when the challenges stop catching you off guard, Eddie's bits start getting real old real fast. We start off strong with Sourpuss tying Eddie up and making him listen to the Laughing Policeman on vinyl. But then that's backed up by him making out with a nondescript advertiser-friendly doll and then ripping out Sourpuss's teeth and dangling them in front of him with a fishing pole until he looks genuinely sad. Hi, here at KamSandwich YouTube, we do our best to adapt accordingly to new situations as they arise. That is why I am excited to announce that after we spent a few more $1 billion at the political vending machine, we have managed to completely decriminalize the use of the brazen bull against this specific individual. Now go out there and do your duty. Sourpuss gets his revenge by lighting a stick of dynamite that ends up setting fire to Eddie's house.
Nice approach.
And he tries to call the fire department for help, but...
Hello? Fire brigade! Come around to my house right away! It's on fire!
Oh, of course it is, Eddie, but I'm not falling for that one.
Huh?
It's just one of your wind-ups. You're just trying to get me to laugh, but I won't, because I know it's a Sid to grin.
Leading us to the conclusion of our story if you've managed to make it through all of this with at least one token left.
Fire! 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 Stop laughing! I hate fires, but I really hate laughing! Bring me my oxygen! God. Stop laughing! Do you hear? Stop it at once! It's a sin to... I can't stop! I can't stop! I think I'm gone...
Don't bother to save me.
And with that, Hysterical Eddie officially burned to death in his home and is now condemned to haunt the British Isles for all eternity. Good riddance. Don't worry about Sourpuss, he previously survived the 15-story fall earlier, so he just did that again. All good. And that was Video Grin and Bear It. Overall, heck if I know, brother. I don't know how you reasonably evaluate a game like this, but I'm going to try my best anyway. First, the design. Credit where credit is due, the puppet work on Eddie is amazing and gives the game a certain charm. That charm is straight out of a nightmare, but it definitely sets the game apart from other titles. As for the idea behind it, the make your friends do or say something embarrassing genre is very alive and well today. However, this is the only one to attempt to do it with the assistance of a freakish puppet man, and there's probably a reason for that. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and there are no imitators here. Choosing props from around the room and using dice to pick a prop does add some replayability, as each time you can just use new props for new results. In addition to that, if you lose all your tokens, the game stops, so if you have funny friends, there's a decent chance that most of the tape will remain a mystery to you for future plays. Pretty impressive replayability for a VHS game. Gameplay. Eddie is annoying and he gets annoying fast. Sometimes he'll hit on physical comedy, I'll give him that, but I hate looking at and listening to this creature plastered on my screen, especially when he... The challenges he gives out are hit or miss, with the quality of them taking a huge nosedive toward the later half of the game. Just as a concept, if we've reached the last quarter of the game, there's probably only like 1 or 2 people left. And if they didn't laugh at the first naughty challenge, what makes you think that spamming 7 more of them in a row is going to change that? That's the biggest part of games like this for me. When the aim of the game is to not laugh at stuff, you can only win if you're not having fun. And if you're the only one left alive, your friends are gonna start getting mad at you because they apparently aren't funny enough for you. Speaking of, fun factor. Now, I'm no Scrooge. Watching your friends do funny stuff is funny. There's no getting around that this could be a pretty good time. That falls more on your friends, though, and less on the game. You could achieve a similar effect from a game of naughty charades, and you wouldn't need a VHS player to play. Also, if you are not with the right group of friends, this is going to be a miserable hour. Basically, the further you make it into the tape, the less overall fun you are having. And finally, the whack crap. What do you mean strip someone bare? If it was asking for you to act like you are stripping them bare, then that would be fine, as you could really ham that up. That could be pretty funny. But the player prop segments, save for the give birth one, all have you actually do the thing they command. You actually fold someone like origami. You actually frisk a player like TSA and then get called a pervert. Heck, the sex change operation one has the narrator tell you to directly grab the player's nuts and then berate you for it. What is this game? If you ever find yourself playing this, make sure to laugh and get knocked out early, as you don't want what is behind that intermission. Or better yet, take the narrator's advice from the start and just book it before this thing even gets there. Well, seeing that Eddie is canonically dead, the last thing that I need is to be haunted by yet another evil spirit from a VHS board game, so we're going to be taking some precautionary measures this time around.
Approbatio exorcismi edie, I am KamSandwich. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.
A special thank you to my suppliers, staff, and chefs over at the deli, as well as the media preservers helping me get these rare games ported for the public to enjoy. If you'd like to join the crew, you can take a look using the link in the description below.